everyone. I'm with my boy Eugen, who's an incredibly talented music artist. And basically, we're going to talk a little bit of advertising, digital marketing. But real quick, Eugen, why don't you fill everybody in on like a little bit of context in terms of where you're at, a little bit of what you've done, and the main struggle of marketing and growing your visibility right now. And we'll get into advertising after that.
Yeah. So pretty much, I'm in a group. We a boy band, you could say, and we released our first song like a few months ago. But before that, in 2016, we were in a X Factor type of show in Austria, and we got to the semifinal, which was really dope. But then after that, we kind of stopped because school came in the way and exams and everything. So we kind of just stopped, and then we went to uni. All of us in separate places. Some in England, some in Scotland, some. I went to China, for example, so we were completely around the world. And then finally, we released a song a few months ago, and I was pretty happy with the results because it was first song after 4 years. But in any case, I mean, I think it's the most difficult part is to get people who actually care about your music to follow you, in the sense that not even about the numbers of how many Instagram followers you have or how many streams you get on Spotify. Just people who will be there to listen to your song genuinely and actually genuinely want to hear what you're creating. I think
Do you
that's
know
the
how
goal.
people are doing that right? How do people do that right now? How are people getting to those loyal listeners?
I think a lot of the people, at least a lot of the friends that I have who are musicians as well, they I mean, the ones that have a lot of, let's say, people who really trust them and people who really follow them for their music and want to listen to their music, it's just they kind of just know a lot of people in person. So if you know a lot of the people in person and you kind of meet a lot of people, then those people will more genuinely listen to your music because they've seen you. If you just, I don't know, I guess follow people on Instagram and DM each of them and being like, hey, could you listen to my song? It's not going to be very personal or emotional to them. They're just going to maybe listen to it, give you some feedback, like, yeah, cool, G, that was a nice song, or yeah, fire song.
I believe that's a beautiful segue into advertising because I think there is a way to do it effectively. Spamming people on Instagram, DMing isn't the only way for sure. And dude, there are plenty of other people or books to tell you that, but like that's not all what advertising or promoting is. Promoting versus prospecting. But knowing a lot of people definitely shouldn't be like I don't know, a catalyst to failure, a chokehold, a bottleneck, or whatever. Because with the power of these tools we're learning about, like what I've been learning with Google Ads and Facebook, I've had more results as of right now with Google Ads, with affiliate marketing. But still, with Facebook, I know the power of these tools and to be able to leverage these algorithms and target super hyper targeted audiences to get in front of, bro. Like any artist you can think of, you can run an ad through Facebook towards their audience. You can get hyper specific, and we won't get hyper confused or complicated with all the logistics of it now. But like advertising can be done correctly, and it's not just a matter of spamming on Insta or whatever. Because Insta has been for always, and even for me, it's like a platform for all my friends that I have, not necessarily potential business. And if you want to get in front of people, your business is a little different. All your friends can turn into those potential passionate listeners. So I think every traffic source qualifies itself for you guys, and maybe split test and try out different things. But that's one thing I wrote down, target a passionate audience through different platforms and create this presence, the omnipresence, where you're everywhere and you're seeing what works. Because don't just try Instagram, fucking try Pinterest if it works. SoundCloud, did you ever have success with that?
Yeah, one of our group members, he started while we were kind of just taking a break from music. He started his own. He was just releasing different types of songs, trying to find his own type of vibe. And he started on SoundCloud as well. And I mean, yeah, it went pretty well, but it's all in the below average. No, I mean, I don't know what average is for starting up a thing, but in any case.
Sure. Well, what has worked now to get you up to this point? Has it just been a matter of organically grinding
Yeah,
out some?
it's a lot of. I mean, a lot of people were supportive in the sense that unexpectedly, a lot of people who maybe I've talked to once or just met in Shanghai one time, I messaged them and I was like, "Hey, I just released a new song and it's the first song. So could you please check it out?" And then some of them just posted on their story, and a lot of them had a lot of followers, so
Mhm.
they listened to it. So I didn't even ask to post on the story, but a lot of people were just nice enough to do it, and then that's of course organic promotion.
Of course, just people you knew, or some people that had large followings, but you didn't actually know them. They weren't
No,
friends. They're
all
just
of them were either people I knew or friends of friends. Some people weren't people I met, so I didn't meet them never. I never met them, but it was friends of people in Shanghai or friends of people in Vienna or friends of some of the boy band group mates who are in England or something, and yeah, they just kind of decided to post on the story.
do you know at all why the how the people who are killing it in your industry are getting traffic? Is it from Instagram? Like, would you be able to pull up a couple profiles of people in Austria who have pretty significant followings that mainly promote through their IG and
Who
are
I
crushing?
know one guy, but he has this following because he was the representative for Austria for the Eurovision.
Mm.
So that explains everything why he is.
Why do you think right now you can't get a reach of or more listeners? Like, well, I guess before I ask the question, why do you think that kind of exist? What's the goal? Right now, you've gotten quite a bit of listeners from your Instagram. I don't really know the details. I assume it's a handful of your followers that have gotten to share and promote and get a little bit of buzz going. What's the goal? Like, super clarity. What can we look to accomplish? And then we can backtrack.
The goal is it's a good question what the goal is. I mean, the goal back in 2016 was, of course, performances, as many performances as possible. I mean, it was always like we always try to get a performance here, a performance there, just to get our name out there. Um, but obviously now it's difficult because we're all in different places. One, COVID. Two, so we were gonna perform in August, and then that got put off because of COVID again. Um, goal is performances because performances is for me or for us at least is something that it's not even, as I said, even if there's 10 people in a crowd of 5,000 and we're an undercard of some crazy singer and we get to perform for those 10 people who came for us, then you just got to put your whole heart into the performance of those 10 people because
Hmm.
you're performing your own music, your creative side, and they're there to listen to your creative side. So
Hmm.
cool.
Are you willing to like look at the shift in just the paradigm shift of all music and even other businesses that are going online and that are scaling their reach, even if sports, bro, like audiences and are no longer limited to the arena. As a musician in the next 10 years, people are iTunes was at the forefront of this, and now Spotify and whatever. Like, the reach is in the internet for sure. I believe that. So if you're looking to scale, like build this giant, passionate, raving community and fan base, ideally, right, who are streaming, um, promotion online might grow quicker than, especially in this economy, uh, than banking on those performances. Like, still book them a couple times a year if you can. But in terms of like that strategic growth, I think the musicians are most likely pivoting and looking at how they can seriously promote and probably get it going through influencers and cross
Now, for like
promotions.
even TikTok and stuff, like, I mean,
Yeah,
mainly TikTok. Literally,
for sure.
every song
Easy,
I can
dude.
think of blew up on
Honestly,
TikTok.
but it's actually worked. Have you considered that?
I know, literally, like every
What's
song
the
I can
deal?
think of that in my head, just like those literally catchy songs. Is I'm
Yeah,
like,
I
oh, where did
know.
I hear that?
A lot of songs that are in my playlist I found on TikTok. So
Literally.
why don't you get on TikTok?
We are on TikTok, all of us. But yes, on TikTok we were never able to figure out the algorithm of how it works. Like back in
Hmm.
when the first lockdown happened here in Austria, back in April,
Hmm.
we grew quite a lot. That was really cool. Some of the videos got really good views, really good reach, but we could not figure out, like, is it the time when we post? Is it this that we post? Is it the content? Is it that? Is it that? And
Dude,
yeah, I mean,
that's
whenever
the, but that's the thing. You got reach. You basically got a taste of what it's like. You got a ton of impressions, a ton
mm,
of views.
yeah,
So consistency, because all that is them getting in front of the For You page over and over and over again, and just building followers, and they get brand deals, and they get ad revenue, and it's crazy. Then you guys get live. That could be definitely a area of focus. TikTok in itself, dog, it is blowing up, and so many musicians. Like I didn't even think of that. That's the main thing. Sure, there are other wild people on there that are crushing it,
yeah,
but
true that.
man, it's a lot about the music and people leveraging the algorithm. So whether it's Google, YouTube, Insta, TikTok, pick like one or two, and let's see how we can actually correctly promote. Because I think that's probably the best area of focus in terms of getting to the streams. And I don't know, if you want more performances, then it comes with visibility. So having an omnipresence on all the platforms, just being out there, at least increases your credibility, and people will
For sure, for sure.
see you as a fucking dominant alpha band. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, with TikTok, every time I mean, the song we released a few months ago, we put out straight away like 20, 30 videos with the song. We have like friends putting out videos with the song as well. But it's all, as I said, in the average range of views,
Mm-hmm.
comments. Yeah.
It can't be complicated. Who knows the secret ingredient to getting viral? But is that part of the goal? Like in terms of if we're shaping our little vision board for 6 months, like that book, as a helpful like guideline to shoot for these next major stepping stones. So let's say, how many streams would you want in this given time? What's our main monthly streams per goal? And we'll go down the list.
I
TikToks.
think per month, I think a good thing to look at is the monthly listeners because those are people within the month who don't only listen once. Like they might come back once every few
Hmm.
days and listen to. So for me personally, I don't know about the other guys in the group, but for me personally, I was always looking at the monthly listeners, which we hit 1,000 with the first song within like 2, 3 weeks, which I was
Hmm.
really happy. Um, and I'm not really sure how it works, but of course, when you release a new song, they go up to like I don't know 1,000. Then you stop, like you don't release again for 2, 3 months, and then they go down because it's monthly. So
Yeah.
first month is going to be like 1,000, then second month like 500, and then it goes down. But I would say a goal for me, for us, would be looking at the monthly listeners rather than the streams, because monthly listeners more slash followers on Spotify, so like following the artist account, because as I said, those are people who actually care and want to listen to it regardless of when we release stuff like that.
True.
So I don't want to say something unrealistic, and I don't know what's realistic, so I can't really
How many
estimate
followers do
even
you have on Spotify?
like 30
Yeah, or let's get to
monthly.
1,000.
Monthly listeners, no, monthly listeners, we were at 1,000. But
Yeah.
monthly listeners depends on monthly. Like every month it decreases or
Hmm.
increases. Followers are people who follow your account, meaning if we just like a normal Instagram follower,
Sure.
and those we have 30, I think
They're
right
more
now.
valuable though. So focus on a
Yeah,
1,000 followers, and then you'll have like, I don't know, 3,000 monthly
exactly.
listens.
So I think followers is the thing to focus on.
Okay, 1,000 followers, and then like, I don't know, make 3 TikToks a month at least.
At
But I
least,
think
yeah,
it's a
definitely.
great platform to start creating on and getting your song out there on the For You page. One video, one video. and you could get thousands, at least hundreds. I've seen it happen. I literally have done the process. I'm on the For You page. I'm just chilling. I'm scrolling on TikTok. This guy drops a sweet song. It's a cool video of him singing it or whatever. And I find it on Spotify because it's hot. Now it's added to my playlist. And I listen to it over and over and over again. So get into that stream. That's a cool little strategy. Try to figure that out. I think TikTok's not going anywhere. I think all that bullshit with Trump is over. So, it'll stay around. It won't get banned, is what I'm
Yeah,
thinking.
true that. Yeah.
3 TikToks a month. All right. Well, time to goal 1K followers, 3 TikToks a month. I don't know about performances nowadays. That's kind of up in the air, but that's another
It's not.
idea.
Yeah, I think now is the best. I mean, especially because of lockdown, not being able to perform stuff like that. I think it's the best to just grow the page in itself, because then obviously we're still releasing songs during this lockdown and stuff, but then when things are going to be possible live again, then we already have people who want to listen to it if we think of a performance.
Sure. Okay, we can bank on that. But what is like the biggest obstacle right now between you and getting to that 1,000 followers or let's say 3,000 a month? Let's just say
Yeah,
1,000
1,000.
followers. What's the biggest obstacle right now? And let's call that 1,000 a 6-month goal.
Yeah, yeah.
What's the main
Biggest
challenge?
obstacle. Um, I think from the creative side, that's a completely different story. Like obviously releasing the songs, writing the songs, that's the artist side, and that's nothing to do with promotions. That's just the artist being able to write a song, producing it, being creative, coming up with an idea that's good. That's one side. The other side,
Hmm.
aka the promotion side, I think the biggest obstacle is finding new people who are willing to listen to the songs, because right now many of the people are people who, as I said, I know, or friends of friends of friends, and that friends of friends of friends only goes so far. So it's about the new people who just, as you stumble across a video or a song or like a snippet of the song, and they're like, oh, that's cool. And those people are not from Vienna because they got the For You page Vienna thing, so they see me obviously, or not from Shanghai because I was in Shanghai, not from England because
Oh,
the other guys are, so.
that's a good thing, right? That you have an international reach with TikTok.
No, definitely,
Great thing.
definitely.
Now it gets confusing because you don't know, like, well, now what do I focus on? Instagram Reels, which is the same freaking thing, or TikTok. And you got all these platforms to focus on. Um, I think based on this conversation, it sounds like Instagram and TikTok would be good places to reside in terms of
So,
increasing content and promotion. But dude, there's a lot of advertising possibility, and don't forget, keep it in the back of your mind. Google and Facebook ads. It's possible. It's surely powerful. Your homie learns and knows, and would be happy to like figure out how we can create some sort of campaign for that type of like direct promotion, straight to the link, straight to the whatever. Build your email list, build your followers. Those types of strategies I've been getting into, and maybe that's a different
mm,
conversation. But I think the way to break it up is Instagram, SoundCloud. That's all organic. It's non-paid. You're hustling. You're earning your following, right? With Facebook, and maybe forget about Google Ads right now, because I think in terms of being a musician, promoting your stuff, Facebook would be best to leverage that so you can tap into audiences. But nonetheless, organic traffic, paid traffic, um, and devise your
mm,
time. If I share my screen with you and I show you my breakdown for affiliate marketing, then
let's see.
you'll see that. Are you seeing this right here?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, you see traffic often. So dope. So dope. So traffic is broken up into paid and organic. My blogs right here, the whole strategy is to rank organically in Google. And I'm starting to, and it's wonderful. And it's a long process, and it's kind of like this crazy Rubik's Cube. But it's a very powerful strategy because so many people are searching into Google for my target keywords for this, what I'm selling here. Photos. And so it's organic, and the idea is to rank, and I'm starting to, and it's great, and it's free traffic. YouTube, similarly. I love to make videos, so I'm going to continue and like I have a ton of blogs reviewing these products. I now need to make those YouTube video reviews and just every blog, every YouTube post, create lots of organic content, rank in the search engine for those keywords that are being searched, and that's free traffic. Boom. So those are within itself. I'm posting blogs, which might be applicable to musicians, but that's just for the affiliate marketing. This is what's going down, and it's free. YouTube is free. I'm not paying for ads. Have you heard of Quora?
Um, I've heard of it.
Forum
Yeah.
surveys.
It's,
Survey.
yeah. hmm
It's just kind of like a place to answer people's questions.
hmm
Right. Not a great traffic source, I'm thinking, for music. Pinterest, you could consider it, but again, I think between Instagram and TikTok right now are your paid and organic sources, but these are just my list. Solo ads are running emails. So I pay different people to run my email, an email that I wrote promoting my affiliate product to their list. So they have a giant list, and I paid for that. So they open the email. It's not my email list. They're sending it. That's what a solo ad is. And Google Ads and Facebook, those have been kind of the big money makers where I've been putting a lot of the profits back into. Google Ads is crazy. Probably another conversation. Don't want to overwhelm you. Absolutely not. This has already been a lot. But that's paid traffic. All I wanted to mention was like paid versus organic. You're going to focus on Instagram, promoting a lot of content, even doing a little promotion, boosting, increasing your audience, your following, and then TikToks, one or two virals. Just get if you've gotten a couple thousand, dude, I've gotten a couple thousand views on TikTok. It's crazy. That doesn't happen with no followers. So I would say commit to learning that algorithm, leveraging that algorithm, especially with TikTok and Reels. And dude, if we ever meet up in the coming months or years to film and shoot all this great content, it'll be easy to like post a couple tasty bangers, get a lot of social shares, and that's the goal right there. But until then, organic and a little bit of paid promotion with those platforms. I know it's redundant, and I also don't want to like go over all this quick funnel stuff since it's not really, you know, after learning more about your circumstance, I'm not going to urge you like, yo, bro, Eugen, start an affiliate marketing business, Gene. Like making tens of thousands, like just let's get in on it, drop everything and start. That would not be, I wouldn't do that as a friend because it's just hard. You're already in it and you're already doing something. You're already seeing results. And the things that I've been learning, I think the coolest part is that the thing that I've been learning about digital marketing and traffic is now applicable and I can help kind of steer you in the right direction or at least growing, dude. That's the most exciting part, growing your reach. And I think I asked this in the beginning of the call, but do you read not for school, but just kind of self development besides
Yeah,
the
no,
one I
definitely.
gave?
Yeah, I ordered a few more books, which were similar to the ones that you suggested. I just literally saw some suggested ones, and they were super cool. Mind development and
Yeah.
things like that, for
Okay.
sure.
Cool. Dude, I have one book, and mine is Traffic Secrets. That's what I learned all this beautiful, magical traffic strategies. There's so much. I would recommend that. I can't even begin. It's like a Bible for traffic. It goes through everything, man. And you, as a entrepreneur and a musician reading that, you'll be thinking in your mind of all the different ways you can apply it. I can get you one for free, but I would say, and I know I recommended 6 months to six figures. That's a great pot book, like when you're on the pot in the morning or something, just whip that baby out. But priority, dude, the Traffic Secrets is the absolute game changer, no doubt. Huge. Um, and hopefully it'll get you more like just passionate and aware of the possibilities with getting
Yeah,
yourself
yeah,
like, dude, he talks about Russell Brunson. This is what the ClickFunnels affiliate marketing, that's who he is, Russell Brunson, the CEO. He talks about the viral algorithm and how things go viral. You know, one person has to share it to two people, has to share it, like has to be shareable. He goes through it's a fucking phenomenal book. And even if you don't like reading, listen to it. But that's one kind of piece of value I want to end with is Traffic Secrets, dog. It's all you need to start getting the gears turning in terms of where to
yeah,
put your efforts in and leverage other people's followings. That's a huge thing that I learned that he articulates well. Find your Dream 100, and I'm not going to get into what that means, but dude, make a list of people who have large followings and who will hook it up and promote or give you a shout out or whatever, or do a little reciprocity and like build a relationship and do an exchange, but leverage other people's traffic because the traffic and the people are already there who are listening to music. You're not trying to create new listeners, right? There are already listeners. Everybody, every day, me included, listens to music a lot. So get in front of the people who are listening a lot. Now, I don't know if that means find other musicians and tap into their following, or find shoulder niches that aren't directly competing with you and tap into their audience. And that book talks about fun ways to do it. Traffic Secrets. Get up with it.
yeah, man, sounds good.
Kind of a wrap, homie. What are your thoughts? Closing recap.
Sounds good, man. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think that's the biggest obstacle as well, like as we were talking. And I think if we can get our head around that, then everything else will be set because the creative side is not a problem. I mean, artists remain artists. I mean, we can write
Totally.
the songs, we can produce,
Easy.
that's no problem.
Yeah, exactly. It's about the promotion. Well, that's the most exciting part. And so hopefully we really like find a way to tap into a couple audiences and grow. 1,000 followers, bro. Let's do that. I'm already in this mission to get 1,000 YouTube subs. So let's hold each other accountable.
Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right?